Hey everybody, welcome to part 7 of Valkyria Chronicles. Sorry for the delay there, as I mentioned in the update, or the posting on the homepage, I had work. Anyway, part 1A, let's get through this plot. We have a lot to go through and not a ton of time, so let's go ahead and get this done.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession.
So he's basically doing a blitzkrieg. Hooray!
Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess.
Oh, they're a princess.
Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country.
Okay. That explains why Welkin can shoot.
As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
That also explains how Isara can fix a tank. But then again, we've already established she can do anything, so no surprise there.
So these are my new digs.
Oh, it's a pretty decent, place to live then. They have you an apartment and everything?
Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Oh, Welkin. Always have to drag nature into everything, don't you?
Welkin? Can I come in?
No, I'm changing still. I don't have my pants on.
Sure, it's open.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see.
You're still wearing your hat. Is that standard military issue?
Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually.
Thanks.
So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
To be completely honest, you look like a maid.
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Good cover, Welkin. Good cover.
Really? You're not just saying that?
No, he is. You look like a maid, Alicia. Trust me, you do.
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Welkin. Oh my god.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
You kinda do.
No way. That plating on the back? It's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
What?
Colio what? And did you just say beetle?
Wow, and here I thought I was being the insulting one.
Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle. King of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
Tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking.
No pun intended.
I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
But once again, I must ask, why are you wearing that with a military uniform?
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
In reality, if you think about it, it just makes you stand out more on the battlefield. She's making yourself a target.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Captain? Ooh, we get to meet Captain Kirk or Captain Picard? Oh, that was 4 parts for one little area. Okay, part 2. Squad 7 is born, apparently.
Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia Enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Damn!
Ma'am.
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am.
Wow, okay.
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yep. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randbreeze. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Oh, so what? Valdio doesn't salute, he's just gonna stand there? Not only that, but okay, if we enlist, did we enlist or were we drafted? Because remember they did mention conscripting there. Anyway, welcome to the command screen. We have a lot of work to do, and, well, I'm going to go through this once with you at least so you have an idea. So let's just go down the list. First of all, if you look in the top right-hand corner, though, you notice we have an experience meter in one's called DCT. I don't exactly remember what the hell DCT stood for because it's been a while, but it's essentially our money. Experience points is experience points, but we don't use them like you would in a normal RPG. We will use them to level up, but not individual characters. But first, we gotta actually go ahead and form some units for our squad, so let's do that. To the barracks. Alright, so we've got Welkin as a tank commander. Alright. Alicia as a level 1 scout. Bridget Stark as a level 1 shock trooper. And Largo Potter as a lancer, though Bridget's name appears as Rosie. Interesting. Looking at this entire thing, just go over it really quickly. The main things you need to look at are at the very bottom, where you see likes. Putting a character near those units tends to give them bonuses. I don't remember exactly what they were, but we'll get to when we get there. And then when you get to... let's see, is that it? Yeah, there's a couple of pages here. This is the potential info right here. These potentials actually mean certain things. For example, nature level means being around nature makes his heart soar, bringing out a boost in his abilities. And calm heart. Unshaken even when surrounded by foes, he remains calmly in command, enjoying a boost in parameters. These actually come very much into play as we play through the game. Certain events will trigger bonuses or even stat decreases. Let's see here. This is the order info. We will not get into that much later. But if we look, for example, at Alicia, let's see here. I need somebody who... actually has something. Ah, here we go. Here's one. Desert allergy. An allergy to dust and sand leads to a steady drain of HP while in a sandy area. You need to pay close attention to these, because otherwise you're going to dispatch somebody during a mission that's going to get you killed. So they're kind of important. We're not going to go over these too much, just because of the fact that they'll pop up as we play through the game. No, not exit the barracks. Wait, no, you exit the barracks. Okay. So there's not really much else we can do there as far as I know of. We do need to go to the command room, though, so we can go ahead and form our unit.
It's good to see you doing the rounds. Welcome.
Hi, Captain Farad. How you doing?
This is the command room. Use it to structure your squad.
All right.
You will have access to both drafted and volunteer recruits. Now that I think of it, Squad 7 is still short on soldiers, isn't it? I'll explain how this works.
Yes, I don't think we can win the war with only 4 people. We might get killed.
This is the master list. The recruits have all been assigned classes based on their talents.
Okay.
I should probably touch on the 5 classes, just so we're clear.
Yes, please.
First off, you have the scouts. Just like the name suggests, they'll be your eyes.
Okay, now, look in the lower right-hand corner, you see that symbol? All scouts will have that symbol on their backs or character portraits or what on the map. So that's the easiest way to identify them. Basically, look for the binoculars.
Their best asset is their mobility. They can go out, collect intel, then make it back safely. That, and a keen eye for enemies. A good scout can spot a man in tall grass from 100 yards.
And yes, they can.
That comes at the price of firepower. Their job is spotting enemies, not taking them out.
And if that's not a lie, trust me, you'll find that out soon enough.
Next up, the shock trooper. They're the ones to break through enemy lines and clean up. They offer excellent offense and defense. As far as combat goes, they're as good as it gets. While they lack any specialized techniques, they also don't have any obvious shortcomings. Think of them as the least finicky unit in your squad, Lieutenant.
To sum them up very briefly in gameplay terms, they're useful if you can get them close to people. The biggest problem that I have with shock troopers is simply that they don't move far enough. The scouts are much more mobile, and especially if you're going for A ranks, you're going to be using scouts almost exclusively. That and the snipers when they come up. But for the most part, shock troopers are very good to have, especially in later levels. Look for the chevrons and you'll know that they're on your side. Well, you know what you're looking for at least.
After them, we have lancers, then anti-tank units. They're critical when facing armored targets. Their purpose is pretty self-explanatory. In most cases, they're the only way to stop a tank. They're also well shielded from explosives, which conveniently includes tank mortars. Sadly, they're slow and weak to gunfire. Their limited ammo could also be called a drawback.
And she ain't kidding. These guys are very specialized units using to take out tanks, but even then, they really only do well when they're shooting the radiators. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a ton of rockets on 1 to 2 tanks. You also need to keep them stocked, which means you'll need to keep an engineer very close by to them. We'll get more into that later on, but suffice to say, I don't like using them that much, especially when I already have a tank on the field.
Changing gears, we have the engineers. They handle supplies and perform combat support.
Nice segue there, Varad. Do you do puns often?
They can restock other units' ammunitions, treat the wounded, even repair tanks on site. They can place sandbags for cover, disarm mines, repair towers, you name it.
Slightly off there. As far as I remember correctly, they don't actually place sandbags just randomly. You actually have to find sandbags and you can go ahead and repair them. I don't think you can just set them down willy-nilly. That'd be awesome if you could, though. But these are pretty much not only our, mechanics, but at the same time, they're also our first aid units. They actually come equipped with the medium version of the Ragnades, which will restore people pretty decently. Also, one of the best parts about an engineer, you do not have to waste a turn restocking somebody. Merely walk right up to them, and they'll restock all of their ammo. Repairing something or healing someone, of course, does use their action for that move. Suffice to say, we will be using engineers a lot.
Their actual combat skills are very low. Think of them as combat facilitators.
In a pinch, though, they actually have the second best movement range out of anybody just below scouts, and they do use rifles. So, if you absolutely need to, you can fight a battle using engineers. It's just not recommended because they can be doing other things that are much better.
Lastly, we have the snipers. They can shoot down targets from a considerable distance. You won't find better soldiers for marksmanship and range. They can hit targets I can barely see. Sniping rifles also come with scopes that work to augment a sniper's natural eyesight. Drawbacks include low mobility and defense. If the enemy gets them alone, they're done for.
She isn't kidding. Snipers are extremely specialized units. They really are only useful for literally hitting targets that are very far away once you get better sniper rifles that can aim downfield that far, well, quite a ways, but at the same time, too, they get shot, they're dead. They, like I said, they also can't move, so you really will be limited in their deployment. Generally, we'll be ignoring snipers for about the first half to 3/4 of the game, just because scouts do a much better job of just running up and headshotting somebody. But they will have their uses come towards the end game.
That should cover the basics. Go ahead and put a squad together now. There's room for 20, and you can swap units at any time.
And she's not kidding. We do actually have room for 20 people. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Now, the 3 that are over there, Alicia, Rosie, and Largo, we cannot get rid of. They will always be in our unit. On the good side, they actually do end up being useful because they each give us 1 extra command point on the field. However, sometimes I really hate dispatching them because I tend to like other characters. Let's take a look here. Alright, let's start with the hello, yes. Alright, let's start with the snipers. Yes, I know I said they're generally useless, but we do need to at least assign a couple of snipers. This is Catherine. I like Catherine. Catherine is going in the unit.
Hello, I'm Catherine O'Hara. I look forward to joining you all.
Catherine probably was my main battle sniper for 90% of my first playthrough of this game. However, she is outdone by Marina.
Marina Wolfston, at your command.
I didn't really use Marina till the very end, but that was my fault. She actually turns out to be one of the best snipers in the game. Thank God we got her now. Alright, let's see. Engineer. I probably want to take a couple of these. Let's see. Nadine or Dallas? You know what? I'm gonna have to take Dallas only because I did that in the last game, but I'm also gonna probably take Nadine as well.
My name is Dallas Wyatt. I'm excited to be joining up.
Sadly, we don't have my favorite engineer, which would be Claudia, if I remember correctly. We'll eventually, when she pops up, I will be putting her in there. But we'll take Nadine.
Hello, sir. My name is Nadine. I'm sure I'll be coming to you for help.
Let's see here. Who do we have on our... Who do we want for? A couple of Lancers. I want to take at least 2 of these guys. Alright, we're going to take Jan.
Hey, soldier! I'm Jan Walker. I'll fight with everything I've got.
And yes, in case you're wondering, Jan is gay. However, Jan is also one of the best damn Lancers in the game and hilarious, so Jan will be joining my unit. Let's see here. Who do I want to take? Oh, let's see. I only use generally 2 Lancers, Largo and Jan, because they work so well together, but let's take Elise.
Hi, my name's Elise Moore. Nice to meet you.
I really hope you do not become an annoyance. Just from your voice, I'm worried. Alright, let's see here. Oh, sweet mother of Jesus. We are totally taking Vi's.
The name's Vice Engelbard. Let's go kick this war in the teeth.
And in case you're wondering, yes, that is Vi's from Skies of Arcadia. He will be a major part of our unit because I always use him. He is awesome. That is all. I wonder if that means that we actually might get his partner. I'm surprised I got him this early in the game. Usually it doesn't show up.
Hi, I'm Aisha Newman. Nice to meet you, Mr. Welkin.
Now, Aisha we're taking mainly because of the fact, if I remember correctly, she's actually 12. She's not even supposed to technically be enrolled. But the main reason I take her is just because of the fact I would hate to think what the hell would happen to her if I did not. Even if she stays in the barracks the entire game, she's safe at least. Still got some open slots here. Who do I want to take? Who else do I want to take? Ooh, Nina is a camp defender. I'll take that.
The name's Nina Strice, and I look forward to a good workout out there.
I really don't know too much about Nina. Dang! Alright, we do not have the other character I want, but we will take a couple of people. Let's see here. Scouts are what we were using the most, so I'm going to be taking quite a few of them. Let's go ahead and take Susie.
My name is Susie Evans, sir. I realize I'm inexperienced, but I'll do all I can.
Susie is actually a pacifist. She does not like to fight, but I actually still just like her, so she'll be generally joining our unit.
I'm Cherry Steinen, like with a J. It's silent, but, I'm not.
My god, woman, you're already annoying. I might be regretting that one. Let's go ahead. I really don't know who else I really want to take. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but it's kind of one of those things. Screw it, let's just take Edie and be done.
I'm Edie Nelson. Perhaps you've heard of me. I'm sure we'll get along swimmingly.
I took Edie for one reason alone, which will be important. You'll see later on. For the time being, though, I'm going to go ahead and hold off because there's a couple other people we'll meet up with later on that will actually be. Oh, we do have to actually. Alright, fine. We actually do have to add people. Let me just... Alright, we need 5. Let's add at least 1 of each more. Let's take Wavy. Let's take the old guy.
Please, call me Wavy. From today onward, we fight together.
Okay, let's take Dorothy.
Hello there. I'm Dorothy. I'll do my best.
And I really don't want to take any of these other people, which is kind of sad. So let's just go ahead and take a couple of the ones I did last time. We'll take Ramona.
My name's Ramona Litton. Good to be on board, Welkin.
We'll take Frisha.
I'm Frisia York Handsome. I know you'll take real good care of me.
Yes, we will. And let's go ahead and take Nancy.
I'm Nancy DeFore. It's so good to meet you.
Hooray, we are done.
Well, feel like you've struck a balance? Come back anytime you'd like to adjust your squad. As time passes, we'll have more recruits to choose from, so keep an eye on that list. Oh, and all the recruits go through training together, so they're all ready for combat.
Huzzah!
They'll be at the same level as the rest of the team you've taken into the field. You can swap out members without the worry of losing the benefit of their experience. Trust in your own judgment and pick a team you know you can work well with. That should be enough to get you started. You can figure out the rest as you go.
Wow. Squad leader's a lot of responsibility.
No, Welkin, of course it's not. You just lounge around all day.
Come to think of it, Valdio's heading up Squad 1, isn't he? I wonder if he's off sorting through this stuff now, too. I'd better get a move on.
Anyway, let's see here. That actually is one of the things I like about this game is the fact you're not dependent on raising individual units like in many other strategy RPGs. Instead, the units advance as a class. So well, it really comes down to the people you actually pick, how well they work together. Because if you put two people who hate each other near each other, then they actually do get stat decreases. but also just their benefits and their bonuses. We will be tweaking this as time goes on. It's just that in this early point, we really need scouts, and I'm really not as worried about what's going to be happening. Well, pretty much, there are characters I'm waiting to show up. But we got Vise. I was, as you can tell, I'm very happy about that. Anyway, to the training field now.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. I'm the guy who's gonna whip you lazy blobs into shape. Still, I can't work miracles here. No amount of drilling beats real combat experience.
Ain't that the truth?
I want you all to go out there, kick some imp tail, and then show me what you learned. I will train that experience into something you can actually use. Level you bums up. But don't go trying to hog all the glory. A squad's a team, and we got no need for stars. You will train as a class and level up by class. Scout level 2, Scout level 3. You get it?
Yes, we do.
When the scouts level up, that means each and every one of them goes up that level. You hear me, maggots? Any of you think he's better than the rest of the team, go home now!
That'd be nice, but we kinda got conscripted.
All right. Now I'll show you lowlights how this whole thing actually works.
Well, nice to think so
It
highly
ain't
of us.
complicated. First you go out there and fight, then divvy up that experience here. Once the experience you cram into a soldier class clears a set amount, it'll level up. Picking which class to level up and when is your job as the squad leader. Now give it a go.
This guy loves dramatic close-ups, doesn't he? All right.
Train all you want. I've got all day.
Pretty much, like exactly. We can actually view potentials here, and certain levels will, when certain classes reach levels, they'll unlock a potential for that entire class. Pretty much, like he said, go out, fight, get experience, come back, level up. And as I said, we're going to be leveling the scouts up ridiculous.
Bite the bullet! No pain, no gain!
2 ridiculous levels here.
Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. I got no use for tears! Sweat, sweat, sweat! Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human.
And pretty much we just sit here and we do this for the longest time.
I got no use for tears! Sweat, sweat, sweat!
Yeah, before you actually hit that button, you can actually select multiple ones, but like I said, scouts, useful, level up.
Good work, maggots! You're one level closer to human. Looks like that session beat a new potential out of the scouts.
And like I said, they ended up...
You're better than this! Push those limits!
We unlocked some potentials. And we don't have enough experience to go any further, so that's fine.
Got it? That's how training by class works. Now get out there and rack up some experience. Oh, and there's one more thing to add. Sometimes leveling up a unit class will unlock a hidden potential in them. You can think of potentials as the natural abilities your soldiers have inside them. Those abilities will form a big part of your strength in the field, so keep them in mind. Other times, leveling up a class will earn you clearance for a new order. Here, as long as we're talking about it, I'll teach you a classic, a real golden oldie.
Ah, yes, orders. We'll be getting into those in a little bit, but suffice to say, I went through about 3/4 of the game without using them, and I nearly smacked myself because I felt stupid. These are really useful, and we'll be using them as time goes on.
Orders are special commands you can give out as the squad leader. They can save your tail. It doesn't take a genius to see that leveling up your soldiers is the best way to beef up your squad. The soldiers will get stronger, and you just might unlock new potentials and orders. All that just from me working you sorry bums into the dirt.
Really likes those extreme close-ups.
I just hope you maggots are ready for a real workout the next time I see you here.
Well, what, you went easy on us because it's our first time? No, please, torture me more. Alright, last stop, and then we'll get back on with the plot. R&D facility. I'll be doing most of this stuff off-screen for the most part, but for the first time, just so you get an idea of what's going on, I'll show you.
Welcome to R&D, man. What can I do you for?
I don't like you like that, Leon. I don't even know you.
Wait, I know that insignia. You're Lieutenant Gunther, aren't you?
You are stalking me. How do you know that?
I knew it! Man, I've heard about you. That evacuation at Brule was just... wow!
Okay, dude, stay back. No extreme close-up of you, please. We already had enough of that from the drill instructor.
Protecting a tiny life in the middle of all that slaughter? Man!
Jeez, and I thought I was over the top.
Oh, Lieutenant, you're good people. You get all my respect and then some, bro.
We're good people? We're more than one?
What's going on, Leon? I could hear you from clear across the hangar.
Save me from this crazy man!
Oh, Casey, check it out! It's Lieutenant Gunther! He's the man!
Yeah, man!
Sorry about him, Lieutenant. He's like this all the time, I'm afraid.
Oh, good, so he's not stalking us, maybe.
But where are my manners? I'm Kreese Cherney. I'm training here as a mechanic.
Oh, and I'm Leon Schmidt, but just call me Leon, bro. I'm your boy.
You're my boy?
So, Lieutenant Gunther, what brings you down to R&D today? We do work here on weapons development, making upgraded weapons and equipment.
And that includes rifles and machine guns. We can even soup up your tank.
Ooh, real? Okay, that might actually be useful.
Of course, research expenses aren't cheap.
Oh, I see how it is. You asked what you could do before, and then you want me to pay you.
With rifles and other firearms, we'll mass-produce new models as they're developed. You won't have to worry about making enough for your squad. We'll outfit them.
Oh, that's good at least.
For tanks, you can upgrade the baseline performance of the body itself, or develop optional parts that you can add on to tweak out its specs.
Right. You can choose which optional parts you want in the tank equipment section. Come in any time and make adjustments based on the needs of the operation at hand.
Alright, yes, we can actually outfit our tank with a bunch of stuff, improve HP, etc. And we also basically get to play Tetris with the actual additions, as you'll see later on. First, let's take a look at developing some weapons. Like I said, we tend to like to use scouts, so let's upgrade some rifles.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
And you will unlock these.
Sorry, bro. Just not there yet.
You'll unlock these as time goes on. For now, you're not really going to worry about it too much. Hand grenades. Can we upgrade the hand grenades at all? No. Uniforms? We can get an upgrade, which gives us a defensive point. I like defensive points in case you haven't realized that.
Here you go, bro. All done.
Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tank. We can upgrade the body by reinforcing the barrel or the armor. I'm actually going to go with the armor, considering I don't want to be blown to pieces.
Whew, it's done. This one's perfect, bro. Here you go, bro. All done.
Alright, treads. Spare tread. We get tread HP. Ah, we have to actually add these in, don't we? Damn it.
All set for you, bro. It's done.
Okay, this is where we can add stuff in. Every single upgrade, other than the body stuff for the most part, requires you to actually fit things in this little grid. So in this case, this is a 1x1. We can go ahead, push, select it, and then put it wherever we want. Once done, it's equipped, and, well, we'll benefit from it. We are definitely upgrading the radiator because I do not want to be blown up.
It's done. This one's perfect, bro.
This one is also a 1 unit, so that's fortunately very good. Can't do anything else. Attack support. Yeah, we can go ahead and upgrade the site a little bit. Let's do that.
Here you go, bro. All done.
And it's also 1x1. Cool. Alright, I think that's just about gonna do it here. Let's get out of here.
Well, sir, was that helpful?
It was. Just keep Leon away from me, please.
We're working here around the clock to make possible tomorrow what's out of reach today. Come again a little later. We'll do our best to have something useful for you by then.
Yeah, you better come back soon, bro. I am all fired up to work on stuff for you.
Hopefully we'll see more of Kreese and Leon. Anyway, once you're done with this, click on the click. Go ahead and select return to book mode, and we'll be back in book mode. We also can unlock the headquarters tab. Essentially, it's the way to get back to that screen. To go ahead and select a tab, press the triangle button to bring up your main menu there. Select your tab, and you can actually select headquarters. We're not going to bother with that because we have to continue with the plot. So let's go ahead and do that. The flare gun, apparently.
Welks. There you are. I've been looking for you.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Ace.
Our only useful person so far.
How'd your enlistment go? No problems?
I registered as a tank pilot and mechanic.
All right.
Maintaining and operating the Edelweiss will be my responsibility from now on. I think it's nice that we'll all be on the same squad together.
Ain't that convenient?
I think so too.
So what are you up to now?
The tank's hangar space is just through here. I was just carrying some Ragnite fuel back. It's used to power the tank, and also for the turret-mounted cannon rounds.
I guess I'm just more used to seeing it in street lamps and medical compounds.
Seems like everything is Ragnite-powered these days. That stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Empire wants.
Not enough of it for some people, though. It's the source of a lot of conflict.
They say the Empire's invading only to get at all the Ragnite in Gallian soil.
Oh, that's right. I had something to give you, Welks.
What's this?
Father's flare gun. It was in the barn, but I thought you might have some use for it.
Another hand-me-down.
Oh, geez, Welkin, you sound so excited. Why don't they thank you?
I gave it a once-over. It might be old, but it's still serviceable.
Especially considering the person who did the once-over is like the only competent person we've seen so far.
I didn't mean... I just can't believe I'm a tank operator now. Thank you for this, Ace.
I'll do a spot check on the Edelweiss now, to make sure it's ready to go at any time. All right, we'll get going for now then. See you later.
I hope I don't have to split this up too badly, but I might have to. Anyway, time for part 4. Hooray!
I'll cut to the chase. Here's your mission.
Well, straight to the point. Thank you, Captain.
The Great Vassal Bridge was just taken by the Empire. It's a key strategic position.
The Great Vassal Bridge?
It's a major drawbridge crossing the canal in Vassal, just outside the capital.
Geez, Welkin, you don't know about your own country? And you went to university?
That bridge is a part of the Central Transit Artery, leading into Randgrease. Our mission is to take it back.
That doesn't sound like a good plan, considering it's a giant choke point. And we have one tank?
The Empire has been running a blitz, with their shock troops outrunning their defense. Our 3rd Regiment will retake the bridge before defensive reinforcements can arrive.
How quaint. The militia holding a little strategy meeting of its own.
And who the hell is this guy?
How long were you planning on hiding out in here, Verrot?
Excuse me, sir, the penguin called. He wants his waddle back.
My apologies, sir. We'll depart soon.
Whatever. They're just country mice.
Well, screw you too. I friggin' pilot a tank. What do you do?
It's not like they'll be much help.
Oh, that's it. I hate you.
More help, perhaps, than your army unit that couldn't hold the bridge in the first place.
Oh, I like you, Captain Verrot.
Hey!
Regardless, Vassal remains a critical position. We'll reclaim it immediately.
Well, all good. See that you do.
Yeah, the country mice will do what you idiots couldn't do. Stupid general.
Who was that?
General Damon, commander of the Central Forces.
Central Forces? That's the army branch the militia was folded into, right?
That's right. They say the general's an aristocrat. He looks down on the common militia.
Well, that's why he's such an asshole.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Now that the war's begun, we all need to band together and fight to keep Gallia safe. Who cares at this point whether you're in the army or the militia? It's ridiculous.
Gentlemen, let's return to the mission.
Sorry, Captain, but thanks for that awesome save earlier.
We'll begin by taking back the western bank to gain a foothold for reclaiming the bridge. Lieutenant Gunther, I'm assigning Squad 7 to this mission. It's your first maneuver, so be smart.
Yes, Captain.
The other squads are on patrol. Stay sharp and be ready to help take back the bridge.
Wait, so
I'm counting on all of you out there. Now move out.
So what, we're getting no support? Not from the freaking army, which lost position. They expect us to do this ourselves? And by ourselves? Oh, God help us all. Anyway, skirmishes, and then we'll break. The main storyline missions we cannot replay. However, skirmishes we can go ahead and play as many times as we want to upgrade our weapons, etc. How you can still have soldiers die during skirmishes. We'll actually be using the skirmishes a lot. I'll be doing a lot of that off-screen, kind of between posting chapters, because of the fact that it is useful to just gain money. But one thing at a time. Anyway, for the time being, this has been already extremely long. I'm probably going to have to cut this into 2 or 3 parts, and I apologize for that. But maybe I won't. We'll see. Anyway, guys, next time, now that we've done with all the plot and the setting up, we'll actually go ahead and go on our first mission as Squad 7. This can only go horribly wrong. Anyway, until next time. Later.